Hey everyone, it's Rose and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my April wrap up. I successfully finished the 30 books in 30 days challenge for the third year in a row. If I were to go into detail with all of these, this video would be 5 hours long. So we're going to rapid fire through each of the books. I'm just going to tell you my rating, a little bit about what I thought. I'm not going to give a synopsis for all of them. I posted daily vlogs on TikTok where I talked about my thoughts, and I also posted daily reviews on my Instagram. So if you do want to see my thoughts in more detail, those will be linked below as always. 10,086 pages, which is crazy. I have my little journal here where I've kept all the ratings, and without further ado, let's just go through these huge stacks I have behind me. I started the month off so strong. The first two books I read is There Are No Saints and There Is No Devil by Sophie Lark. I rated There Are No Saints 4.5 stars. I loved this book so much. It was so messed up, but it was so fast paced. I enjoyed every second of it, and I can't wait to read more from Sophie Lark. It feels like I read that literally months ago because I've read so many books since then. And the second book was There Is No Devil by Sophie Lark, the sequel to The Sinner's Duet, which I rated 4 stars. I really enjoyed this one as well, not as much as the other one, but I did love this too. I read If Love Had a Price by Ana Huang. This is the third book in the If Love series. I rated this 2 stars. I rated the first 2 books 2 stars. I can't remember anything about it. I know I didn't like it. I don't really have anything else to tell you. I rated it 2 stars. This is the longest book in the series. Even though it's only 350 pages, it felt a lot longer than that. This series is not for me. However, the Twisted series by Ana Huang is. After that, I just needed a short book. I was busy that next day, and so I picked up the shortest book on my TBR, which is The Dare by Harley LaRue. I rated this 3 stars. It's a novella. It's just over 100 pages. It was definitely something. I can't even tell you what this is about. It was a whirlwind. I read it in one sitting, obviously, and I'm gonna read The Loser's Duet after this. Then I read After Love by Tanya Byrne. I rated this 4 stars. I loved this book so much. It tore my heart out and put it back together all over again. This was so good. I definitely recommend. It's emotional, it's young adult, it's sapphic. It was so good. I'm just now realising that I read a lot of these books in reading vlogs that are coming out. One is already out and one will be coming out soon. So you can see my thoughts there as well. A disappointing read. I read The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy, and the sprayed edges are the best thing about this book because I rated it 2 stars. It felt like instead of trying to do a fairy tale retelling and flesh that out, it tried to pick different characters from every different fairy tale. None of them were developed characters. None of them really made sense to be there. It just felt like, let's add as many as we can, and it didn't make sense. However, the next book I read is one of my favourites for this month. It is called The Scarlet Alchemist by Kylie Lee Baker, and I rated it 4 stars. Again, stunning sprayed edges. This is a fantasy book based on Chinese Tang Dynasty. They tried to make like an elixir of life to make people immortal, and this is like an alternate timeline, an alternate universe where they were successful, and if you eat this type of gold you can live forever. And our main girl, one of my favorite main characters, like I loved her so much. There are trials in this. She is like the underdog. No one expects anything from her, and she just is such a badass. I loved this book so much. I definitely recommend. Literally, I thought we'd made progress, but there are so many books left. Let's speed things up. I read If We Were Perfect by Ana Huang. This is the 4th and final book in the If Love series, and I actually like this one the most. I rated it 3 stars. I actually liked the couple, basically. I didn't like the other couples in the other books. This is a second chance romance, forced proximity, and it was okay. I read Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. I love Talia Hibbert's writing so much. I rated this one 3.5 stars. This was a really funny and emotional young adult rom-com. This is the 10th book, so we're a third of the way there. We have The Worst Best Man by Lucy Score. I rate this 4.5 stars. I absolutely adore Lucy Score's writing. I read this book in one sitting, could not put it down. It was making me laugh out loud. Oh, she can do no wrong in my eyes. I absolutely adored this book. I read Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood and rated it 4 stars. Again, Ali Hazelwood can do no wrong. I love that in her other books she puts a load of science facts in it without it being info dumpy. With this one, she put a lot of chess facts in it. And I always feel like I'm learning something new when I read her books, and I always feel so smart. The only reason this wasn't high is because I did not like the thing that happened in the last little bit. But putting that aside, this is an amazing book. And I read From Lukov with Love and rated it 3 stars. This is by Marina Zapata. She is for a lot of people, but I don't think she's for me. I don't think I've read anything from her higher than 3 stars. I kept falling asleep reading this book. It is really long. I didn't really like the main guy. Honestly, probably should have rated it lower. But I felt 3 stars at the time. I don't really know why, but I rated 3 stars. 1 stack down. As you can tell, I started off in a big fantasy mood, and then my brain stopped being able to handle all the world building, so we switched to a bunch of rom-coms. We have The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. This is the first book I read from her, and it definitely will not be my last. I rated this 4 stars. I absolutely adored it. I love the writing style so much. I love the main girl so much. I love that we focused on her and her job and how she's a badass. And I read 2 Lynn Painter books, Mr. Wrong Number and The Love Wager. I rated Mr. Wrong Number 3 stars. I can't remember why I didn't... Oh, I know why. The main guy's name's Colin, and I can't... I'm sorry to all the Collins out there, but anytime they mentioned his name, it brought me right back up the story, because that's just such a funny name for a male main character to have to me. I don't know why. I'm sorry to all the Collins out there. I think there's a 3rd act breakup in this, and I don't like it. I rate The Love Wager 3.5 stars. I like this one more. I like the first half so much more than I like the second half. But I really enjoyed this one. 3.5 stars. I can't remember enough to tell you about it. I read Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez. I rated this one 4 stars. This is a young adult rom-com. I absolutely adored it. It was so sweet, so funny. I loved all the characters in it. I loved the Queer and Questioning Club. It made me feel so happy to read about, and I would definitely recommend this one. I read The Plus One by Maisie Eddings and rated it 3 stars. I really liked the like healthy representation with therapy. The anxiety representation. I really liked the guy in the beginning, and then it just really went downhill for me for the second half. I can't... The problem with reading so many books is when it comes to these wrap-ups, I can't remember like why I didn't like specific things or why I did like specific things, but it kind of, I liked the first 40% and then it really went downhill. We're getting there, we're getting there. Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead, 4 stars. I love this book so much. It is insane. It is crazy. Please check content warnings. Oh my goodness. If you can handle it, I think you will love it so much. If you like Freida McFadden, definitely. If you like... Just... I don't even have words, dude. It is... I never knew where it was going. It gave me very strong The Maidens vibes by Alex Michaelides. If you like that, I think you'll like this. That was crazy. I read Every Summer After by Carly Fortune and rated this 3 stars. This giving me vibes of The Summer I Turned Pretty and Love and Other Words. I don't know. I didn't like the thing that it was building up to find out. Absolutely hated it. Like when we got that info, I wish I'd never had it, honestly, but I like the rest of it, so I rated it 3 stars. I have The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I love this author's other 2 books. This one fell so flat. I rated it 3 stars, but honestly should have rated it lower. I don't know. It did not feel the same as his other books. It did have the same vibe, but like it was, I didn't really enjoy it at all. I can't say I recommend. I don't know why I rated it 3 stars. Again, I'm giving out high ratings for some of these, like 3 stars for a book I didn't like. I wouldn't normally do that. We have Actual Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is book 21. And I rated this 4 stars. I absolutely adored it. I love Talia Hibbert's writing so much. This is the last book in the Brown Sisters trilogy. I love the autism representation. It made me so happy. And I definitely recommend this series as a whole, but especially this book. Then I have a lot of Cora Riley books to talk to you about. 3 big books here, and each of them is a binder of a bunch of different books. We're going to go through these rapid fire. I will tell you the name of the book, the couple in the book, and my rating, because these books are insane and I don't even know what to tell you outside of that. The first few I read were the first 3 books in the Kimura Chronicles series. This is a binder of the first 3. We have Twisted Loyalties, which is Fabiano and Leona, and I rated that one 3 stars. But Twisted Emotions, which is Nino and Chiara, I rated it 4 stars. I absolutely adored that one. And then we had Twisted Pride, which is Remo and Serafina, and I rated 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed that one as well, just not as much as Twisted Emotions. These are 2 interconnected series, by the way, by Cora Riley. They're mafia romances. I can't really tell you more than that because they all have plots that kind of weave through each other. And yeah. So then we head back over to the Born in Blood series by Cora Riley, and I read books 7 and 8. Book 7 is Dante and Valentina's sequel book. I rated that one 3 stars. And then Bound by Blood is an anthology of a bunch of short stories for all the couples in this series. I rated it 2 stars. There was one random short story in here that really weirded me out. I hear the dogs barking. You guys are really ruining my video. The only book I liked in this one was Gianna and Matteo's novella. And even that one I had issues with, but it did make me cry. Then we move back over to the Kimura Chronicles, where we read books 4 to 6 and finish this series. 4 is Twisted Bonds, which is a second Nino and Chiara book. I rated 4 stars. I love them as a couple so much. Book 5 is Twisted Hearts, which is Savio and Gemma's book. No. I rated it 2 stars only because we got a bunch of cameos of the other couples specifically, like the girl group of all the girls from the other couples. The only reason it wasn't a lower rating. No to that couple. Absolutely not. Finally, we have Twisted Cravings, which is Adamo and Dinira's book. Very heavy. All of these are heavy. Check trigger warnings, but that one especially. Same for Nino and Chiara's books. Honestly, same for all of them. I don't know why I'm saying that. I rated that one 3 stars. I enjoyed that one. And the 30th and last book, I haven't technically finished, but I'm going to today. We have Not Good for Maidens by Tori Bobolino. This is about a goblin market. This is about a girl whose aunt gets kidnapped by the goblins and taken to the goblin market, and she has to go to the goblin market to try and save her. Enjoying this so far. I think it's going to be between a 3 and a 4 star. That's how these types of books usually tend to go. I'm sorry I don't have an official rating for this one, but I needed to film this video now. Those are the 30 books I read this month. This is a crazy, like, I'm not going to have any room to put these back on my shelves. What? Let me know if you read any of these. Let me know how many books you read this month. I am dedicating May to taking it easy, reading all the books that I've been putting off for this month because I've wanted to take my time with them. I've got some books I'm so excited to read on my May TBR. But that's all from me. If you'd like to see more from me, please be sure to like and subscribe as I post new videos every single week. I hope you have a lovely day and I will see you in another video. Bye!